Uh, Good evening, everyone. We welcome you to Lane Tech Gym as the Lane Tech champions are taking on the Clark Eagles. In this conference matchup, we will see the 8-6 Clark Eagles take on the 10-9 Lane Tech champions. The Eagles go through their introduction and player intros. We'll see the Lane Tech starting lineup come out right now. Number 0, guard Jackson Labcon, senior for Lane. 6'2 junior for Lane Tech, guard Drew Bartolai. 6'8 center, number 13, Dalton Scantlebury. Team captain, 6'2 guard, senior Parker Williams. And Lane Tech's very own Shahid Salibo, listed at 6'4 guard, number 5, senior. And as Lane has lost their last 3 games, we'll really see how they will be able to bounce back, get this conference win. They are second in the conference now, 3-1. They have a couple of tough matches coming on. Let's see if they can ease into this one and take a game that they very much need to help them and their record. So both teams go to center court for tip. Alongside myself, Ethan Cho, Nathan Nowak to my left, and John Hyder on the cameras. We welcome you to Lane Tech Gym, Scantlebury, that center court.
And the tip goes to Lane.
Labcon controls. Out to Williams. Williams drives. Bartolai to Labcon. Labcon for 3. Just off to the right.
He's capable of making that shot, but not good this time.
Clark gets a drive. Scantlebury with the steal. Clark with the high press. Salibo pushing the pace. Salibo is not fouled. Bartolai fights for the loose ball. It will be Lane possession. Salibo with the inbound. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Staying with Lane. Salibo, Labcon in the corner. Lane looking to get Scantlebury down low. Salibo drives to the bucket. He is good. Lane off to the first bucket of the game. Good start from them.
Great drive
Great to see
by
Salibo get a
Salibo. Let's see how Clark responds. And they respond with a turnover. Parker Williams goes all the way.
He finishes with the lay. The Lane leads 4-0. 6:40 into the quarter. Almost stolen there by Labcon. Lane in that 2-3 press. Excuse me, they switched to the 2-1-2.
Clark trying to set up a play.
Salibo down low with the block, and the ball goes to Lane. Bartolai getting his hand in there and really affecting the Clark players.
Clark initiating a press of their own. Great screen by Dalton Scantlebury.
Williams elbow jumper airballed. Clark pushes the pace. Drop it down low. Williams with good defense. That is a bucket for Elijah Embry. starts to get the game going. Salibo drives, no foul is called, stripped, turnover. Scantlebury with the block on the other end. The ball stays with Clark.
What a block by Scansenberry, making Clark have to go into a half-court offense, making it harder for them to convert and tie this game up.
Yeah, it's good to see that Salibo's being aggressive here. Lane struggled really in the first quarter, last 10 or so games. A double dribble is called on Clark. Great defense there by Drew Bartolai.
2 early forced turnovers for Lane's defense. We'll see if that continues throughout the night.
Lane breaks that initial press. Williams with the ball. Backdoor to Salibo. Salibo, mid-range pull. Short. Clark with the rebound. Clark, air balls, get their own rebound. Labcon fighting, gets the board.
Scansenberry trying to find a player, but he finally gets it to Parker Williams, fakes the handoff, loses it.
Scantlebury dribbles it off his foot. And a foul is called on Williams. He doesn't stand his ground. Or that's Marquis Smith going to the line. Lane's first team foul. 4:37 left in the quarter to go. Lane leading 4-2.
Good job by Smith attacking the defense, drawing that foul, and now he's got 2 shots at the line. Could tie it up right here.
He sinks the first. He is too strong there with the second. And Bartolai is pushing a pace.
The ref on the baseline was a little confused, but the ref on the sideline ruled that it was Clark's ball. Must have went off of the Lane Tech player's knee. Clark has a chance to take the lead now with this possession.
Clark in there with the 3. Taking the lead for the first time in the game. Leading 6-4. Clark playing heavy press defense. And almost a flop, it seems like, against Clark on Scantlebury. That's his first foul. He's really confused, asking the ref what that was about. Seen from our angle, that was a pretty clear flop. They've done it a couple times, and they finally get the first call on it.
Yeah, and also the atmosphere. The Clark fans are showing up. Almost seems like a Clark home game in the Lane Tech Gymnasium.
Clark drives, no good. As Drew Bartolai checks out, Zach Mazanowski checks in for the first time. He is starting while Don Scantlebury was out during that short stint. We saw his ability to really just be an impact player in the defensive end. And a travel is caught on Clark. Jackson Labcon staying in front of him there. Lane's still down by 2, 3:40 left to play. We really need to see Lane getting stuff going here in the first quarter. Always constantly digging themselves in a hole. They need to get out of that. They dump it down to Scantlebury. Scantlebury. Labcon for 3. Long. Unable to get his own rebound. Clark pushed the pace. Williams called on a second foul on the fast break. Kenny Rosario set to check in for Parker Williams.
Raines is sent to the line for 2. About 3.25 minutes left in this first quarter of play. Clark with the opportunity to double Lane Tech's lead here with 2 free throws coming.
First free throw is good. Ken Rosario, defensive stalwart for Lane off the bench, checks in for Parker Williams in early foul trouble. He sinks the second. Lane down by 4. Labcon just a misread there with Scantlebury. Lane looking to trap. Clark in the corner. Pull up, no good. Rosario with the board. The ball stays with Clark for that offensive rebound.
The Clark press has been very effective so far in getting the lane.
Trevor Goodhart checking in for Jackson Labcon, senior for Lane. Clark making the first substitution. That's Jeremy Johns checking in for Clark. Scantlebury in there with the steal. That's a second of the game. Back to Salibo. Salibo pushing. He is stripped. Turnover by Salibo. Lisa, fast break. Unable to convert. The ball goes to Lane. Both players unwilling to let go there at the whistle.
That's the second time Salibo's been, had the ball stolen from him already while driving to the hoop. We saw that it worked one time, but these past attempts have not been successful.
The refs making it known that they will not take any of this.
Yeah, the whistle has been blown a lot here.
Goodhart to Rosario. Mazanowski, top of the key. Goodhart, top of the key. Salibo, elbow. Mazanowski for 3. He is long. Rosario with the offensive rebound. Mazanowski drives. And the layup was good. Tough layup there from Mazanowski.
Clark looking to push
two
the
for
pace.
$1 there. As Lane cuts the lead back down to 2.
Both defenses have been stellar.
Clark drives. Too heavy there. Mazanowski with the board. Rosario pushing the pace.
Good defense by Rosario, forcing that miss, and now they have a chance to tie this lead up or take the lead.
Scantlebury drives. He is fouled. Scantlebury for the line for the first time today. He's constantly at the line. We see him 5 to 7 times a game. Always at the line. Just that big body. Unafraid to put it to use. As Drew Bartolai is set to check in for Lane. Scantlebury, first attempt, rims in and out. Shahid Salibo checks out. Drew Bartolai checks in. Scantlebury rattles in the second, where it's 1 of 2. Corner 3, bricked. Lane looking to push it. Bartolai stops on a dime, unable to put it up. Scantlebury back up with it. It is good. Down on Scantlebury doing what he is best at, passing those offensive glass, putting it back in. Lane regains the lead. That's the 3rd lead change so far. Clark blocked by the rim.
Lane Tech sticking in a man defense. We've seen them most games go to a zone.
Clark resetting.
Brooks tried to shake Scansenberry, but that did not work in his favor.
Clark drives. No good. They get the offensive rebound. Blocked by Mazanowski.
Another
Mazanowski
offensive
with
rebound by Clark.
another block. That's called a foul. 18 seconds remain in the quarter. Lane up by 1. That's Lane's 14th foul. Most likely will not matter. Tayshaun Parks at the line. Misses the first.
A lot of shooting fouls on Lane Tech's defense.
Clark playing a very physical brand of basketball to start this game. Lane trying to match it.
Clark could easily be ahead if they made a better portion of their free throws, but Parks capitalizes on them both, tying the game up.
Good hard to Scantlebury. 10 seconds remain. Scantlebury drives. Mazanowski top of the key 3. Short. Rosario with the rebound. His layup is off. As the buzzer sounds in the first quarter, the game is tied 9-9. We'll be right back with you with more second quarter action. Just a moment. We welcome you back to the second quarter for more action here in the Lane Gym. The score is 9-9. We enter the second quarter. Clark with the 3 long. Pepper with the rebound. Pepper bringing it to Rosario. Rosario corner. Down to Pepper. Bartolai in the corner for 3. His 3 bottoms out for Lane. Lane back on top by 3. That's the 4th lead change of this game.
Great ball movement by Lane Tech. Leads to their first 3 of the game.
Pepper, great defense there. Clark able to get the offensive rebound, cut the lead back to 1. Pepper to Mazanowski sequence, unable to go short. Clark pushing the pace back. Clark in the corner. They miss. Lane. And a foul is called on Drew Bartolai. Lane unable to get any defensive rebounds by subbing out Don Scantlebury. We'll see. Coach Segalbo decides it's a good time to put him back in. But Lane unable to get any defensive rebounds right now. They're giving up too many second chance points.
Yep, there's been a lot of fouls especially on Lane's part. A lot of shooting fouls leading to a lot of Clark free throws. They've capitalized on a pretty good majority of them. That free throw will tie the game up at 12. Little bit into the second quarter of play. Clark with a chance to take the lead. Even though it does feel like Lane Tech has not played their best basketball. They were just up 5, but now Clark has tied it. Williams, cross-court pass.
It is 12-12. We are back to a tie. A foul is called. Number 15, Tayshaun Parks. So first in the quarter. Lane sets up here for the inbounds.
So Lebo to inbound.
Good hard looks. No foul is called. And he gets his own offensive rebound. Williams also pulls. He is short. Pepper with another offensive rebound. It is taken away. Lane just unable to really put the ball in the basket right now. Unable to convert on their second and third chances. Tayshaun Parks drives in. It is good. Slebo drives. He is good and one. Big plays from Lane star player. He's going to the line to complete the three-point play.
So Lebo is not going to get denied. 2 points for him and an and one opportunity to take the lead back from Clark.
As Salibo sinks the free throw, completing the three-point play, Lane now leads again. This is the 6th lead change of the game. That layup is strong. Salibo clutches the defensive rebound out of bounds. Bartolai almost gets a steal there out of bounds on the baseline. Great eyes there from him. Ball hawking that all the way from out of bounds. They drive. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Dylan Peppers. Clark will keep the ball.
Great defense by Pepper. Kept his hands straight up in the air.
Braden Rosenkrantz checks in for Trevor Goodhart. Lane's other fiery bench piece. And it is blocked by Salibo right off the glass. Bartolai drives and it is good. Tough lay by Bartolai.
Defense leads to offense. Salibo looking for another big defensive play. Won't get it there.
Rosenkrantz, that pesky force at top. Always looking to get his hands in there, get a steal. And a timeout is need to be called by Clark. Brady Rosenkrantz really disrupting what Clark is trying to get done. Coming out of that timeout, forced by Braden Rosenkrantz. Lane leading 17-14. Clark coming down full ahead of seam. Get a play drawn up. They drive. Get a good pass inside. It is good. Get a bucket out of their timeout. Scantlebury, top of the key. Rosenkrantz. Rosenkrantz mid-range pull-up. It is good. Smooth like butter there for Rosenkrantz. 4:13 left to play. The quarter. Rosenkrantz high pressuring. And a travel is called. Another forced turnover from Lane. Or by Lane, excuse me.
Rosenkrantz has been cooking on both sides of the court.
Yeah, for sure. We see that immediate impact from him. Salibo drives. No foul is called. There's definitely a heavy contact there. Clark pushes the pace. Corner three. Strong. They get the offensive rebound. Too strong once again. And they get it again. They get it there on their second offensive rebound. Lane really need to crash the glass right now. Rosenkrantz for three. Short.
Braden Rosenkrantz has been huge in this second quarter. Big reason why Lane Tech still has the lead.
Clark running out of options. And it's Williams with the pickup. The ball is thrown away by Peppers. Clark gets the reset. Corner three. Short. And he stepped out of bounds. The ball will go to Lane. Drew Bartolai checks in for Dylan Pepper. Rosenkrantz breaks. Bartolai. Scantlebury down low. Foul is called. He will go to the line for the second time in this game. 2:26 left to play in the second quarter.
He could have called that foul on two people, but it'll be number 10, George, picks up the foul. That'll be his first.
Scantlebury off with the first there. It's too strong on the second. Freebies are not go again right now for Scantlebury. Rosenkrantz with the on-ball pressure. The pull-up is no good, short. Scantlebury with the rebound. Salibo pushing. Rosenkrantz. Three. Just short. Rims in and out. Lane still leading by one with less than 2 minutes left to go.
Nothing falling for either teams, as of recent at least. Brooks with the ball. Decide to hand it off to number 12, Smith, who gets the layup.
Very nice zero step there. Clark as they take the lead again. That's a 7th lead change this game. And another foul is called on Donald Scantlebury. That's a second screen foul. Coach Legalbo not happy. Scantlebury really setting his feet well. Scantlebury unhappy about those calls. That was another screen foul called illegal screen there on Clark. That is Clark's fourth team foul. There will be in the bonus. Labcon Williams, top of the key drives. Layup, no good. And I don't know what was called there, but Lane will not retain possession.
Smith,
Clark drives, and a foul is called on Jackson Labcon for his first.
number 12, Marquis Smith will go to the line with a chance to tie and or take the lead. With under a minute left to go in this first half of play.
The free throw is short for Clark.
So the best Smith can do is tie. And he does just that. All tied with 50 seconds left.
Labcon with the inbound. Lebo drives, unable to get it to go. Clark pushing the pace. Trying to break Braden Rosenkrantz down. That high on-ball pressure. Bartler in there, unable to take the charge. Salibo drives. And a foul is called. Salibo will be going to the line. Salibo long on the first. Lane unable to get those free throws to drop so far. Shooting less than 50% from the line this game.
Yeah, that's an area that Clark's done better than Lane. With a bigger sample size, this game would be entirely different if Lane had made a few more free throws.
6 a second. The clock runs out of time. Salibo with the heave. No good. We will go into halftime. Lane leading 22-21. We will be right back with you to third. In the meantime, the Lane Tech dance team will be performing shortly. We welcome you back into Lane Tech Gym. Thank you so much, Nathan Nowak, for joining me. Now joined by John Hyder. John, what do you think Lane needs to do here to extend this lead? They're leading by 1 right now.
It's
What do you
been
think
a
they need to do?
it's been a good game so far. We've seen the Clark Eagles really push the pace. Even on made shots by Lane. Lane's countered well. Has good offense of their own. That first couple minutes of the second quarter really sparked the Lane team a bit. They were down for a good while the first quarter, took the lead in the second, and so far have taken the lead into the second half.
Lane comes out of the locker room a little bit late, right before the start of the second half. They will be going back to the starting lineup. Williams, Scantlebury, Salibo, Bartolai, and Labcon.
Picture the roster. Parts roster.
Play is underway. Salibo wide open for 3. Corner 3. Bottoms out for Salibo's. Lane leads in 2 possessions now.
Salibo struggled a bit in the first quarter. Got his game going when he hit that and one in the second, as Lane takes a 4-point lead now.
Lane switched there to a zone, a 2-3 zone. The bucket is
That was a
good
good
there.
take there by Clark.
Bartolai drives. He is short. Clark with the rebound.
Like I mentioned, Clark really likes pushing the pace after makes and misses from Lane. Lane has to do a good job at getting back with their tired legs, tired second half legs, I should say.
Clark with the pull-up. Rims in and out. Bartolai kick ball by Clark. Resets.
Seen Bartolai move a little too fast so far here to start the half. We want to see him slow down just a little bit. Labcon saw limited minutes in that first half. Coach riding out whatever lineup is working.
Williams hit the drive in the bucket. In the paint there. Good drive there. Really controlling his body. Able to put it up.
Quiet first half by Williams. Let's see if he can get going in the second.
Clark looking to dump it down low. And a jump ball is called. Scantlebury getting there in the mix. The possession arrow is towards Clark.
Champions have had success on defense when they pressure the ball handler. We'll see if they see more of that here in the second half.
Yeah, we really saw that from Braden Rosenkrantz. The first half, the end of the second quarter there.
Despite not having a crazy stat sheet, Rosenkrantz definitely helped turn the tide in that first half as Clark throws the ball out of bounds.
A terrible pass there from Clark. Throws it out of bounds in between 2 of his teammates. On breaks. Scantlebury. Stripped. Clark pushes. Blocked by Salibo. Labcon pushes. Down to Scantlebury. No foul is called. He doesn't need it. Fights through the contact. Puts the ball in the bucket. Lane leads by 6.
That's a second chase down block we've seen by Salibo tonight. Nice to see the star player hustling on the defensive end.
Clark gets a drive and the bucket is good. Coach Segalbo calling his first timeout of the half. Lane seems to switch to their 1-1-3 zone. See how that goes. I know they're experimenting earlier in the year with that.
we've seen a bit less of that 1-3-1 here tonight compared to the past games for Lane. The Eagles run their offense through those cross screens and off-ball screens to get their shooters open. Lane so far has done a good job fighting through screens and communicating. However, Clark has had their fair share of open threes. For as fast of a team Clark seems to be, they really don't have too many fast break points. Most of their points come in that half court and at the free throw line.
Lane rolling with the same lineup out there. Saliba leading all scorers with 9 points. Lane breaks the initial press. Williams brings the ball up. Williams unable to get his drive. Labcon pulls up, fouled, hit on the arm, and he will be going to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Looked like a nice move by Lapcon. Want to see Lapcon get going to the paint a bit more. So far this year, he's been more of just a 3-point shooter, really doing nothing else but that on the offensive end. We know what Lapcon could do when he gets on fire. Perhaps getting more of an inside game would help unlock his 3-point shot this season.
Lane really not able to hit any free throws this game. Less than 50% from the field as Labcon misses the first.
That's really normally pretty rare. Lane usually pretty solid from the free throw line. As Clark brings up the ball here. Looks like Lane's more in a 2-3 right now. As the Eagles find an open corner three, it's off. Offensive board though.
Almost a steal there by Bartolai. Took to the corner, 4-3. 3 is long. Scanoberry with the rebound. Labcon pushing the ball. Labcon pushes. Lebo corner 3. Short.
Good offense though by Lane, getting 2 feet inside the paint.
A wide open free throw line jumper is too strong for Clark. Scanoberry with another board. Williams drives. Tough behind the back move, and it is good. Williams getting himself involved in the offense.
Those are the type of moves that got Parker Williams committed to DP school. Nice to see by Williams. Williams doing a good job on the back end communicating.
Lane in all the passing lanes right now. Scanoberry, good defense. And he gets the board. Ball is just taken away from Bartolai. And a block there by Scanoberry. Monstrous effort on the defensive end. Bartolai tries to drop it down to Scanoberry down low. Unable to drop it. Kenny Rosario checks back in for Lane Tech. Drew Bartolai checks out.
Rosario had his normal, very tough minutes in the first half. He always provides that energy and spark the Lane Tech team needs as Labcon takes a 3 from the corner and it's in. That's what Coach Lagobo and Lane Tech wants to see from Jackson Labcon. Lane up 10 now.
Clark drives. Tipped out of bounds by Williams. Lane is now up by 10 with 3:04 left to play in this third quarter.
Lane's zone's been a lot more intact in this one.
Not a lot of fouls called so far in this third quarter compared to the first half. So that continues. Close out this game. Foul called on Shahid Saliba.
If I'm the Eagles, I want to keep the ball in the hands of number 12, Marquise Smith. He's been one of the few Clark players that have been able to get past the defender and actually make a move at the basket.
Saliba gets the easy steal. Maybe we'll see a dunk here. And as he throws it down, Lane extends the lead to 12.
The McDonald All-American candidate, Shahid Saliba, has had a great defensive game in this one as he gets his first slam dunk of the game.
It's stolen there by Rosario. Scantlebury stays with Lane Tech. Great idea to push the ball there, just the execution was a little bit poor. Lane extends the lead to 12 with 2:26 left to play. They're starting to pull away here.
Lane's defense is functioning a lot better right now in the second half.
Scantlebury down low. No foul is called. Another foul is called on Scantlebury. That's his third.
I know he missed that layup, but can we appreciate Scantlebury going up and getting that on that inbound? Looking like T. Higgins from the Cincinnati Bengals.
Scantlebury takes a seat. Zach Mazanowski checks in.
Let's see if the Eagles can get anything going against this Lane Tech zone.
Eagles short. Williams with the board. Rosario, corner. Labcon, elbow three. Drains it. Labcon getting hot right now. That's exactly what we need from Labcon as Lane leads by 15. A foul is called. Blocking foul.
2 threes in a row now by Labcon. Exactly what the Lane Tech faithful want to see.
Zach Mazanowski picks up that foul there. 1:49 left to play in the quarter.
If Labcon can really unlock his jump shot like he did last year, this Lane team definitely levels up just a little bit. And we know Jackson's best game of last season was against the Whitney Young Dolphins. We know they're coming up in just a couple of weeks here at Lane.
Lane pushes the ball. Rosario. Corner. Williams. Three. He bottoms it out too. Lane leading by 17.
A nice
bench-
three by Williams. Usually the more calm and quiet Williams, really enthusiastic after that three. Great move there by Clark.
Labcon pushing the pace. Almost stolen. Open 4-3. Just in and out. The rim getting a little bit inverted. Clark looking. Corner. Tries to drop it down. Stolen by Mazanowski. The Labcon. Labcon up to Saliba. Saliba. Labcon. Labcon thought about pulling it there.
Want to see Labcon shoot that open three.
Labcon open three. A timeout is called by Coach Segalbo. Welcome you back in the third quarter. 40 seconds left. Lane, you their second timeout. Lebo on the inbound. Out to Labcon. Williams. 35 seconds left. Foul is called on the floor on Clark. On Shahid Salibo.
Lane looks to put away Clark as they move closer to the fourth. Props to Tayshawn Parks of Clark. He's played tough defense on Salibo, but Salibo in this third has gone going just a little bit. Nice to see from Lane's star athlete.
Lebo working. Williams. Lane looking to hold for the last shot. Salibo on the elbow. Drives. Williams comes up with it. Labcon. 3. Labcon 3 is no good. No foul is called. The buzzer sounds as we enter into the fourth quarter. Lane leading 43-28. We'll be right back with you. The last quarter of this game. We welcome you back into the fourth quarter as Lane leads 43-28. The last 8 minutes. See if Lane can hold on and extend their lead. Braden Rosenkrantz checks in.
Bit of confusion over whose ball it is. Confusion settled. It is the Lane ball as we get ready to start this fourth quarter.
Williams breaks. Drives. Doesn't find anything. Foul is called on Williams.
We noted Clark's up-tempo play style in the first half, but it seems like they've almost tired themselves out. They've come out a bit sluggish in the second. Now they find themselves in a big hole to overcome in this fourth.
The drive is good and one.
That's one way digging themselves out of that hole. Opportunity for an and one for number 3, Elijah Embry.
Foul is called on Drew Bartolai. They cut the lead to 13. See if they can convert this 3-point play.
Bit of an interesting lineup here for Lane. Almost going with the whole bench squad aside from Bartolai. Usually we see Williams or Salibo in that position, but seems like coach trusts Drew in this one. Great grab there by Mazanowski.
Maznowski, Bartolai, corner. No foul is called. Bartolai trying to go catch a body there, unable to. Rosenkrantz picks up the steal, pushes the ball to Bartolai. Unable to convert the layup. Rosario on ball defense. No foul is called there on Goodhart. But a foul is called there on Mazanowski. Coach Legalvo not happy with these foul calls.
That 2 straight and ones for Elijah Embry. Looked like Mazanowski got the better of that exchange.
Then Lane making some substitutions. Shahid Salibo and Dalton Scantleberry checking back in. Maybe to just close this game out, ice it out.
Clark's had almost a perfect start to this fourth quarter. Potentially 2 straight and ones to really pitch at this lead. Looks like refs checking out Scantleberry's shoulder. Looks like maybe blood or some sort of mark there. Everything seems okay though, as Elijah Embry attempts to complete this 3-point play.
Unable to finish. Salibo with the rebound. Pressured. Rosario. Scantleberry pushing. Drives. Clark starting to fight their way back into this game. 6:48 left to play. Getting really aggressive defensively.
Good hands there by Clark.
Shahid for 3. Salibo drains it, extend the lead back out to 14. Big 3 there from Salibo.
And it seems about that time we see the fourth quarter takeover by Shahid Salibo.
Lane with the high pressure. Corner 3. Clark. Long. Scantleberry with the board. To Rosario. Rosario breaking. Goodhart. Corner 3. Goodhart's 3 is good. Lane's lead extends out to 17.
The three's raining down right now for Lane. What was once almost a 10-point game now spouted right back to 17. Nice entry there by Clark.
And another foul is called on Dalton Scantleberry.
Embry's now third time in this quarter at the free throw line. He almost got that one to go too, almost making 3 straight potential and 1 plays.
He sinks the first. That is Scantleberry's 4th foul, but should be okay with 5:55 left to play. Lane leading by 16. It's nothing to dwell over.
Definitely hasn't been Scantleberry's best game of the season. He struggled a bit, lost the ball a couple times, and got in foul trouble. But we know Scantleberry, lighthearted guy, he can get over his mistakes, and hopefully next time Lane's out here, he'll be at his best.
The bucket is he's able to complete a set of free throws. The ball is tipped out of bounds and it stays with Lane.
Looks like Clark's fully engaged in their press now. We've seen it at times, but not a full version like we see now.
Salibo, corner 3, Rosario. Long, Salibo, offensive board. Able to put that in. Making it known to the Clark players. To get the drop down. And it is good.
This might not be Salibo's best statistical game, but he's had a great one so far as Clark gets a steal and the layup. Now the Eagles quickly cut back the lead to 13.
Saw a little bit of a dirty hit there at the end there from Clark onto Williams there as he was heading back to the bench. He was hitting the face. The game is getting a little bit chippy here.
Yeah, we've seen a little trash talk from both sides. But overall, nothing too crazy. In fact, it's something most fans, I think, would appreciate. It's always good to see two competitive teams getting into it, as long as no scuffles or fights break out. Coach a bit animated in the huddle.
Yeah, I can definitely hear him saying that Clark is only playing for house money here, and in the sense that they have nothing to lose, really. See if
And
Lane
then,
can-
you know, I was able to. Coach was so animated, I was able to hear him a little bit. Sounds like he said switch everything, so maybe Lane now in that man-to-man defense, maybe.
and Jackson Labcom will check in for Braden Rodenkrantz here just to close out the game.
With no Scantleberry out there, it's really a lineup almost all the same height. Definitely one that could switch everything. Rosario, I believe, is smallest guy on the court for Lane, but Kenny's not a small guy by any means.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely would not want to get in his way. Williams, Rosar to Goodhart. Goodhart fouled. That's the first team foul for Clark. Clark doing a little bit of a flopping game right now here, trying to get some calls go their way. Lebo drives,
Nice handle by Salibo. Gets blocked at the paint.
paint, unable to make it go, put it in.
Nice vision there.
And they're able to put it in. 41-50. 4:55 left to play, 51-40. A lot of player chatter going on right now.
Clark is really inching in at that lead. Looks like, or it feels like there could be a run coming at any moment here. Lane needs to do their best to settle down their emotions and make sure that lead stays in fact. Right now, 4 seniors out there. Plus Rosario, but looking at the bench, looks like Scantleberry might be coming in for him. If you throw Caden Buford out there, we got the whole starting senior lineup.
Yeah, for sure. Lane still leads by 11, but Clark is slowly chipping away. 4:55 left to play. Game is really slowed down right now. Both teams calling a couple timeouts. See if Lane will be able to hold on, maybe extend the lead a little bit.
Compared to the first half where we saw very limited timeouts, I think maybe one from Clark, maybe one from Lane. It was a very fast-paced first half, and like you said, slowed down a bit in the second half, but still good basketball. It's definitely been one of Lane's most complete games of the year. Let's see if they can finish it out with 5 to go.
Slebo pushing the pace. Goodhart. Labcon. Labcon holds. Slebo. Down to Scantleberry. Back to Williams. Lane looking to just burn some time off the clock here. Lebo. The blitz comes. Lebo unable to drive. Goodhart. The bucket is good. Clark down by 9. Now it's cut into single digits.
Clark Strap did exactly what it was meant to do there. Forced a Shahid Saliba turnover. Man down there for Clark. Eagles getting a bit physical. Left Williams open, but he elects not to shoot it.
Williams had the open three, but they're opting to try and stall at the clock here.
Feels like Lane's in full time-saving mode here.
Labcon just holding the ball as long as he can. Williams, corner three. Bang! Extends the lead back out to 12. With 3:30 left to go, Lane burned a good minute off the clock there.
Big three there by Williams. I was wondering if he was going to shoot it. He turned down the open three a bit earlier in that possession. But he shot in and went in as Lane gets back up double digits.
A tough lay-in there by Clark. Coach Legallo calling one of his 3 timeouts that he has remaining. Both teams now with 2 timeouts, 3:07 left to play. Lane leading by 10.
That was definitely a good drive there by Jamarion Reigns.
Because they all left.
Yeah.
Welcome you back into the third quarter. 3:07 left to play. Lane leading by 10. Lane does have 4 team fouls, whereas Clark only has 1. So we'll see how that plays into effect. Close in regulation.
Looks like Rosario's checked in for good art.
Ball goes into Saliba. Back to Rosario. To Williams. Labcon. Lane going with 4 guards here, just a stall timeout.
Wonder when Clark will send that double like they did just a couple minutes ago. Lane clearly just trying to waste time.
Labcon to Williams. Lane screen 30 seconds as Clark brings the other defender. Labcon open in the corner. Holding the ball.
That was a good decision there by Labcon.
Sorry to Labcon.
Really feels like
Labcon to
Eagles are going to have to force a turnover.
Rosario. Back to Williams. A minute has been burned off the clock since we came out of this timeout. Foul is called.
Like you said, essentially a whole minute runs off the clock there. Perfect basketball for Lane. At this point, it seems like Clark either needs for those quick steals or at this point to get that foul off.
Williams, Labcon. Holding Rosario. Williams. Back out to Rosario. 1:45 left to go. Intentional foul called on Clark. They only have 2 team fouls. So, Labcon. Intentional foul, trying to get up to 5 fouls here. They're up to 4 now.
Lane struggled with their free throws, so Clark goes for the foul game. It might not be the worst call. Looks like foul before the inbound there.
Lane will go to the line. Lane will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Lane knows they practically iced the game here. Up by 10 with 1:30 left to play. To hit some free. Referees making sure that there's um no problems here at the end of the game.
It's been a really quick game. Has really slowed down these final couple minutes. Big free throws up for Williams, as you said, Ethan. Lane does not want to see this game get away.
Williams sinks the first. Yeah, especially not to something like trippy emotions, at the end of a game that you already won. That happened. Williams sinks second. Clark looking for some quick offense. They just throw it away. Excuse me, it's not thrown away. It's tipped out of bounds, I believe, by Williams. 1:30 left.
Clark's gonna need a quick bucket.
Clark down low. Scantlebury with the big block. Scantlebury called with the foul. That is his fifth. As Drew Bartolai will be set to check back in.
Scantlebury definitely a bit frustrated out there. I'm sure the win will help his feelings a little bit. Nice to see Coach give Scantlebury a bit of a pep talk there.
Game one's down 1. Second free throw is no good. Lavcon will go to the line. Intentional foul there on Clark.
Feels like if Labcon makes these two free throws here, the game is essentially iced for Lane.
Yeah, double digits and 1 minute left to play. Coming back from that is essentially. Lavcon sinks the second.
What was once a 1-point game going into halftime will likely finish with a Lane double-digit victory. Nice basketball throughout here for Lane.
Clark finishes there. Timeout is called by Clark. We look ahead in the schedule. See on Friday, playing an away game against Lincoln Park. As well as on Sunday, they play against a school from Ohio called Potter. That'll be a highly anticipated match, especially team coming from that far east of us.
big games as Lane is almost done with this regular season. Like you said, that Lincoln Park away game will definitely be a tough one. LP is definitely not a team to mess with so far this year. And obviously, team from Ohio would, do great trouble for Lane. We saw Lane play a Missouri team earlier in the year with Chaminade. Was a tough game. Chaminade picked up the victory by 4.
We also saw on the schedule the week after Wednesday they will be hosting Westinghouse. That'll also be a big game. Top 3 team in the conference on Friday. Play another conference game.
We've seen Lane have sort of an up and down year, especially against their more tougher opponents. This was coming into the year known to be one of Lane's toughest schedules they've ever had. They've had some success against good teams like the win against Ignatius, but for the most part have come up short as Shahid turns the ball over.
Ball goes back to Clark. Player comes up.
Respect to Tayshawn Parks. He's played a great defensive game. Really trying his best to lock down Felibo as Rosario picks the pocket but gets chased down. 2 great defensive sequences there.
Foul was called on Williams, 22 seconds left. 10-point lead. Game is over.
We're back at it again here at home. This time with the girls team. Lane takes on Whitney Young tomorrow night here at Lane.
Will be at 5 p.m. Maybe a little bit later, like today. That's a late start.
Yeah, we don't want to guarantee 5 p.m. We hope it starts around that time. Our own Xavier McDermott will definitely be on the call.
Great win here from Lane. Saw some shooters get hot. Back where we want to see. We'll spark something for Lane. Sorry, almost picks up a steal. Clark pushing the ball.
And like we made note of, Clark beat this Lane Tech team last year by 10
Ball goes
and
out
finished
of bounds.
20 and 6. This year, a different story as Lane gets a victory, or is about to get the victory, I should say, against Clark. Final seconds here.
As the clock expires, thank you so much for joining us. Keeping chill alongside me, John Hyder. Thank you so much to Nathan Nowak for staying with us doing camera action. That'll be it. We'll see you tomorrow for the girls varsity game against Whitney Young at 5 o'clock. Thank you so much.